The NBA has an extremely bad gambling problem. And do I mean that by Jonte Porter? No, not at all. I mean that with its community, with its players, with its media. The entire league is in bed with gambling companies, and I don't know if there's a way out of it. So before you get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit we can hit 5.85k, somehow 5.9 by the end of the day. That'll be insane. But like, that is what our goal is. Our goal is 6k by the end of the month. And I'm just saying, I'm making this video because I saw a tweet. I have absolutely no idea who, which NBA player. I think it might have been Josh Hart. Tweeted out something like, I don't give a damn about your parlays. And the reason why Victor Wembanyama is on screen is he got 7 rebounds yesterday. Victor Wembanyama had an insanely good game. He's had a ridiculously good start to the season. Like, people are talking about Wembanyama, and the vast majority of people that are talking about how bad Wembanyama's been, I think are talking about it because they're betting on his freaking rebounds. He's averaging 24, 10, 3.2 assists, and what's he averaging on blocks for the season? Like 24, 10, 3 assists. Blocks on the year, he's averaging 3.6, nearly 4 blocks. He's been ridiculously good. And then I saw last night when he had a 34-point game on above 50 shooting, 100% from the line and 42% from 3, with 3 blocks and a steal. I saw so many tweets being like, oh, Victor Wembanyama, get into the paint. You need that rebound. You need the rebound. I'm like, okay, this is where it starts. And this is the problem with all this gambling stuff. And I'm in the minority of this. Like, if you look on YouTube, every single channel is sponsored by insert gambling site here. The reason for that is because they pay so much in sponsorships. And I've been offered these. Like, some of these deals are crazy good. Like, they are, in the sports scene, the best you can get as far as money is concerned is if you are willing to sponsor gambling. Unfortunately, that's the thing. And then the shadier the gambling, the more money there is. Like, back in the day, obviously you guys can see there's a couple of YouTube plaques behind me. Like, this is my first channel. So like, I was a 2K YouTuber. I was a really big streamer back in the day, especially during COVID times. And in 2020, back when you couldn't stream the, like, you know, the slots things they stream on Kick now. You couldn't stream that. You legally can't access it in America. Because I wasn't American and I was pulling in, I think it was averaging 2,000 live concurrence a stream. They were offering me 10 grand a stream, or 10 grand an hour. That's what I was being offered to promote this. And I'm like, I just couldn't do it, just morally. And that's kind of the issue when it comes to the NBA, is that all NBA media is currently, I think they are grooming people into thinking gambling is a fun game. The way gambling is being advertised in the NBA would be illegal in Europe. Like, I'm Irish. Gambling's been legal for longer than, 6 years like it is in America. We've seen how bad an addiction it is. Honestly, I've seen the worst addictions ranked, and it's literally ranked above heroin. They ranked gambling as above heroin for the most dangerous addictions. And apparently, like, the only addiction that they say is like harder to get people out of is like the addiction to starving yourself, like anorexia. Like, gambling ruins lives. And the reason why gambling is so scary is that you can't see it. Like, you can't, with gambling apps on your phone, people can literally just go and can lose a whole bunch of money on the spot. They can lose it all straight away. And with the ease of sports betting now, and it would all be on your phone, like back in the day, obviously in America, you would have to go to Vegas, or in a country like Ireland, you would go to the bookies. And if you were always in the bookies, it would be like, okay, yeah, this person's gambling. But now, with your phones, someone can be a gambling addict and no one around them can know. And it's so scary how manipulative gambling sites are, especially in America. Like, a lot of the stuff that they do to bring people in, it would not be legal in other parts of the world. Like, yeah, they will obviously like match bets and stuff. I have other creators that have been told to say, while advertising gambling, that, you know, when it's like, oh, if Tatum scores 1 point, you get a free $100 for if you just sign up. I've had people be told, like, not be told, but like, and I don't, by the way, this isn't from the gambling companies. The companies do not reach out. It is literally like agencies will reach out to the people and on behalf of companies, and the agencies will say what they want to get their things. Like, so I don't know, like I'm not accusing any of specific gambling companies of doing this, but I am saying that the middleman has definitely said this, have told people to say in their things, this is free money. This is free money. It's like, the more signups you get, the more money you make. Tell people that, it's free money if they sign up. It's a free $100 if they sign up. It is literally signing up for gambling, and you can't withdraw it's free 100 in bets. You can't just withdraw it 100 quid. Like, all the matching bets. I've seen so much really bad advertising, and the worst is when you're looking at an NBA YouTube video, and like, I hate it because you hear, oh, you want to know how to make the games more fun? Download X, Y, and Z app. This is the bet that I'm doing. Like that's literally like you saying, you know what? Like, this is what it's like. I don't know. Do you want to go to the moon? Download XY crypto thing, and I'm going to pump this coin. We're going to the moon. It's not that different. It is actually not that different. The reality is that I have no issue with people wanting to sports bet. I have absolutely no issue. At the end of the day, you can do what you want. I have an issue with the way it's being advertised, with the way, if you look on ESPN, everything is about gambling. They're trying to bring in a league pass. They're trying to change the league pass. By the way, this is the NBA, so the NBA are doing it. They're trying to change league pass so that you can have all the betting odds on league pass, so you don't need to leave league pass to gamble. And I'm like, they are making the ease of gambling. Not only are they making gambling seem like it's just a fun game, they're making it the ease of gambling so easy for people. And gambling is literally, if gambling was something where people could win, then you would not be seeing gambling companies advertising, spending as much money to try to get people. You don't. Like, genuinely, gambling is one of the worst addictions there is. And we all have different lines of morality when it comes to what we're going to advertise and what we're not. A lot of people's arguments are going to be, you know what, people are gambling anyway, so what's the harm of promoting it? And you know what, you can make that argument and it's fine. But we're in the NBA scene where almost every bit of advertising via YouTubers, via actual NBA media, heck, via the NBA itself, is making gambling seem like it's this fun game. Not what it is, not what it actually is. Something that, yes, for some people can be just a little bit of fun, can make a game a little bit more enjoyable, that they can do occasionally and they can stop when they want. For a lot of people, for an awful lot of people that gamble, it's going to become an addiction. Whether or not you can keep the addiction under control, whether or not your addiction is, I don't know, I think Skip Bayless was saying his way of keeping his gambling addiction under control was he would bet cases of Mountain Dew. Whether you can keep it under control and bet, like, say, $1 a day on your parlays or whatever it is, and that's your thing to keep the game more interesting. And for every person that's like that, there's another person who becomes an addict and loses everything. If you are a gambling addict, if you are addicted to this, you are going to lose everything. And that's why, like, if you guys don't know, again, I was DBG in 2K. My stance on gambling has never really changed. I've always been supremely against it when it comes to packs in my team. I played the My Team mode. I hated it. I hated that stuff. And I hated having to play the game mode because of what it became. I hate what the game mode is right now because it's a pack opening simulator. And that's the problem with this, is that it's not just you can bet on NBA games. I'm Irish. You've been able to do that for years here. It makes absolutely no difference. I get no issue with someone wanting to put a bet on a game. What I do have an issue with is the way gambling is being advertised, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be in YouTube videos, whether it be from the NBA itself. And these big broadcasters like ESPN, the NBA themselves, are in bed with the gambling companies because it is so lucrative money-wise for them. It is so lucrative money-wise. But it's at the expense. It's at another expense of their audience. It's going to be at the expense of viewers. It's going to be at the expense of the sport in general. Anyone who thinks Jonte Porter was the only person to be match fixing in the NBA, you are massively mistaken. You are hugely mistaken if you guys think he's the only person trying to hit his unders. He just did it so badly that he got caught. I have no idea. I'm not naming names. Because I can guarantee you, if someone looks like they're gambling again, they're probably not. It's just literally the John Day Porter was so obvious that he got caught doing it. But that's the reality of the situation. This can be a crippling addiction for a lot of people. And the fact that the more I look on NBA YouTube, the more I'm watching things, the more I'm trying to like see what's going on, the more I see, let's sign up for this. This is a fun game. And like, if gambling is not available in your area yet, you can still sign up and basically wait for gambling to be available. It's like, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm in the minority in this. And I'm obviously in the minority of this. Like, if you guys look at NBA YouTube, I might be the only guy not advertising gambling. He said, actually, no, your man, what's his name? Is it Heatcheck? Another guy in Europe who refuses to advertise gambling because he's seen firsthand how bad gambling is. I obviously come from a different perspective because I'm from Ireland. I know people in my life that have crippling gambling addictions. I know so many people that have lost everything to gambling. That they get their paycheck and the first thing they do is bet on football. Because they want to try get the thrill of winning. And I don't know. This is a bit of a ramble, but it's something that I think I needed to say because I just want it to be very clear. And again, I'm somebody that has gambled. I'm somebody that has no issue if I do it occasionally. But for me, anytime I gamble, if I go to a casino, I go in with 20 and I play till zero. Doesn't matter how much I go up, I spend the money. So it's not really gambling if there's no chance of you winning. With myself, anytime I do something, like I'll gamble if I'm at a casino with friends. I'll gamble if I'm like at an event with friends, but I will leave with zero no matter what. So technically it's not gambling, it's just spending money. But yeah. And that's the thing. It's like there are a lot of different things. Like fantasy football in England is a bit different because it's free. You don't need to spend money to do it. And even, I don't even mind something, for example, like So Rare, where it's like, you can get the cards and play the free game. Never worry about it. But anything, I don't know, when it comes to pure gambling, parlays, all of that stuff, I'm like, I have no issue with people doing it. But whatever about people promoting it, which I have a little bit of an issue, but no major issue. But it's not even just that people promote it, it's the way it's promoted, I think is absolutely like awful, and it's going to ruin a lot of lives. Anyway, see you guys.